Times really are different. We in the days now where men are really lost, weak, and hopeless. And we all really are losing ourselves to the things that make us escape reality for a moment, because ultimately it seems like everybody is dealing with something. Pain, hopelessness, lost, have no sense of direction. Here's the main thing. This is the biggest thing that's going to really reclaim a man in this day and age, is, for one, being self-aware. Being self-aware of who the man really is. We are numbing ourselves. I really want to emphasize on the word being lost, hopeless, got no sense of direction. A lot of these guys really got no goals, no ambitions, but riddled with a lot of self-doubt, self-pity. They like to be a victim and like to tell themselves that, man, there ain't no way I can sit here and change, get better, get stronger. Once you start to become self-aware, why are you insecure? Why are you depressed? What is your biggest trauma? What is the biggest thing that's holding you back from actually becoming that man you always want to be? That biggest thing is that doubt you keep on yourself, man. That doubt that just never left. But let me ask you this. Why do you hate yourself? Why do you doubt yourself? Why every goal you set for yourself, you never even take that one step towards it? Once you realize that one question, why do you hate yourself? That's when you start to make that next move, how to fix it. Because every man has this insecurity about himself that maybe he ain't the greatest or the strongest because of life's circumstances. But that's the thing that ultimately sometimes is out of our control, whatever happens. It's the actions we do afterwards. It doesn't matter what trials or tribulations we go through. It's staying 10 toes down towards what we want in life. What is it that you want in life, and how are you going to get it? Who are you exactly? That's what I mean by being self-aware. And being self-aware is, what is the biggest thing that's holding you back, bringing you the worst pain? Understand it. Analyze it. It's damn near being face to face with the devil and finally accepting it. And once you finally accept it, it's time to let go and move on. Hoo-wee. Let go of it and move on. That freaking relationship that didn't work out, that childhood trauma, whatever it is that's damaging you to further better your future self right now, your present to your future, let it go. Just let it go, man. Let it go and stay focused. You so out of focus, out of mind. You so riddled in all the dopamine distractions in this day and age that ultimately you ain't got the main focus. You so trying to escape reality. You stay escaping reality. But now it's time to face reality. For the first time in your life, you're facing reality head on. Another thing is this. It's the type of things you're numbing yourself with. We got so many things that we numb ourselves with. It falls right back on the self-awareness. It's how you occupy your time. We got movies, video games, hanging out with friends, chasing poo-tang. And one of the biggest ones, watching those videos. And you know what type of videos I'm talking about. You keep on releasing. And those are the things that ultimately can even set you in a tunnel wave. But once you start to clinch on, hang on, and realize, whole smokes, who are you hanging out with? What type of things are you watching? How much video games are you playing? How much of those videos are you watching? Now you're starting to become more and more self-aware, and you want to really occupy your time wisely. So now you start to think of, what is that I need to do to better myself? What is these goals and these ambitions that I have that ultimately makes me want to go for it and finally become that man that I always want to be? That's when you start to open your eyes, and now you start to have this time dedicated to creating who you want to be. Who you want to be. Not what society wants you to be. Because obviously what society wants you to be is a fucking loser. A twerp. A zombie. But once you start thinking outside the box, oh damn, hold on. Hey, you an agent. You an agent, bro. You gotta lock that man up, boy. That man weird. See, become self-aware is the biggest key in 2025. Not so many people is being self-aware. Be self-aware of the type of content, the type of activities that you do. Why do you hate yourself? What is your goals? And how are you going to achieve these goals? Once you start to combine all this stuff, now you start to reclaim your power. Because nothing has power over you no more. Everything's in your head. That negative self-talk a lot of guys like to give ourselves, that's the lack of self-confidence. But you finally tackled on the one thing that a lot of people cannot do. It's just finally become self-aware and let go of the bullshit. Let go of the bullshit. Let go of that self-hate, the nonsense, that stuff that happened 10, 20, fucking 5 years ago. Like, it's so irrelevant. You start to pay attention to the activities that you do. And one of the biggest ones being those X-rated videos. That don't have power over you no more. Now you claim the power. And it even applies to whatever you go outside and you actually be in social events. You're not that shy, anxious person no more. And most importantly, you start to claim that respect. You demand that respect. Because for the first time in your life, you start to respect your damn self. You start to respect yourself. Once you start to respect yourself, you demand respect. Anybody that give you a little ounce of disrespect needs to get up out your face, or it's going to be hell to pay. But you need to stay focused on what's truly important. You finally letting go, and you actually moving on to better and greater things. Those biggest things is letting go of old baggage. Those lame ass hoes you fucking with, the porn you keep on watching, the lame friends you keep hanging with, that lame ass game that's keep asking you $9.95 for this skin, this gun bundle, garbage games that only want your attention just for the DLC packs. Are you really gonna keep on wasting your time on shit that don't even give a damn about you? Or are you gonna pave your own wave? Once you start paving your own wave, oh man, that's when people are gonna start to notice you, bro. Put yourself first and watch how things start to come in your favor. Guarantee it.